everybody, and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to the third week of my December daily, and this is going to be a very quick little video just of me adding the photos, because I already did my foundation pages and all of that. If you're interested in watching those videos, I'll put down a link below for you to watch the foundation page and product discussion, and also the first 2 weeks of my little book. So the first day I stuck down a card that Emma received from her teacher, and it was just a little Christmas card, and that's really sweet. So I just added that in there for Emma, and she's on the front of the little card as a snowman, so that's really cute. The second photo I'm going to be scrapping is of my craft room. It is a beautiful mess at this moment. And for 2 days this week, I had a good friend come over and we did some scrapbooking, and that is lovely. I mean, I've never had a friend who did scrapbooking before, so this was lovely for me to have somebody to sit and the table opposite from me and scrapping and being just as excited about paper and embellishments and photos as what I am. So that was a real fun thing. And she also has 2 beautiful little kids, so her kids came and played with my kids, and everybody had a good time. So for 2 days we just sat down and scrapped, and it was lovely. Well, between looking after the kids and all of that. So that's just a photo of where we sit and scrap. So I am just going to be sticking down my photo over on that stripy paper, and I'm going to be making a pocket of the photo. So I'm basically just going to adhere 3 sides of the photo down on that paper, and then I'm going to be slipping in my little tag at the top there. And that is something that I've been doing in this album a lot, making little pockets out of the photos. And if the photo has a story, then I write the story on a little tag and just slip it in behind the photo. And here you see I've decided again this week to journal in my own handwriting and not on my typecast typewriter. And yes, it's just because I'm lazy. So but anyway, so this works really well for me. It is fast, it's quick. I like my handwriting, and I write really straight. So it's really not an issue for me to handwrite my journaling. I've got a very nice pen. It's got a very fine tip, and it writes very boldly. So anyway, so I'm just going to be adding some embellishments as well at the bottom of the photo. I wanted a lot of red and green because the photo is very, I don't know, blah. So I wanted a lot of color in there. And you see in my little shaker pocket in the middle of my 2 pages has the number 17 on it, because it's the 17th of December that this happened. So a lot of my photos don't necessarily correspond with the days or the dates that they took place. Just because some days nothing really happens, and other days a lot happens. So I just sort of take a bunch of photos during the week, and then I sort of try to scrap them where they more or less fit in, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to be sticking those in, straight onto the photo there. And that the little die cut embellishments from the Simple Story and Merry & Bright, and that little shaker pocket snow globe is from the Merry & Days crate paper. Now I just put a load of stuff from my stash into that shaker pocket. There's some beads in there, there's stars, sequins, a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, it's quite a heavy shaker pocket, but I wanted something pretty dense because I didn't want you to be able to see through the other side of the shaker pocket that much. So okay, so the next photo I'm scrapping is just of us me and the kids and Emma's little friend, and we went walking. We go for walks every afternoon. So that was just our afternoon walk. Lucy in her little cart, and the kids were really happy because this means that they can run around and be hooligans. And yeah, so I'm just going to be adding some more of that Simple Stories printable kit. And I've said before, I got this kit at a on the Black Friday sale, and it was really cheap. So that's really fantastic. And I just printed it out on some glossy photo paper with my Canon Pixma printer, and there you go. I hand cut them out, and that is it. So I also just drew some doodly lines around those photos. I felt that it needed something. It felt a bit bare. And then when I turned back, I saw that those photos also needed a little border. So there you go. Just that line went a bit too wonky. But anyway. So for the next day, I am... I'll tell you the story why Lucy's mouth is blue in a bit. But for that day, the page that I'm using is just plain white, and I didn't want to stick anything on that. I'm making a pocket out of the photo and doing my journaling straight onto a little tag from my stash. And yeah, so why is Lucy's mouth blue? Well, Emma had this little stamp she got in a party pack, and she played with the stamp. She stamped it all over her legs and her arms, and it took days to come off. And she left a stamp on the floor, and obviously I didn't see it, and Lucy ate the stamp. And then she turned blue, and the friend of mine commented that if she had a little more, she would have turned into a little Smurf. So Lucy is blue, and she loved it, and her whole face was blue, her hands were blue, her legs were blue, everything was blue, because as the stamp fell, you know, it obviously hit her legs on the way down, and then it would color her legs blue, and her hands blue, and her arms blue, and everything was blue. But anyway, it did come off. It did come off surprisingly well. So that is it. I will be taking a little break for the next 2 weeks from my December daily. I'm going to be continuing taking photos, or trying to be taking photos every day. We are going on holiday, and we will be going a place where I will not be able to scrap and record, at least. So in the first week of January, I'll be back, and then I will be scrapping the 4th week and the 5th week of December. So then you will see all of our happy holiday adventures in those next pages of my December daily. But yes, so I do have some videos scheduled for the next 2 weeks on my YouTube channel. So I'm leaving you guys with at least something to watch, but the December daily will just have to wait until I get back in January. And that is it for this page. Remember that if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.